All right. Should we do new releases?
We should.
How about that?
Sure.
How about that time.
Sure.
What do we got?
Operencia is now out on other platforms outside of the Xbox, which is good and bad. It's no longer on Game Pass, but now everyone can play it everywhere. I actually redeemed a code today for the Switch version. I haven't played it on the Switch yet. I'm assuming it's great, having played it on the Xbox, and I know that the game itself is great. But now that Sabrina's like into the Switch, I really thought that she would be the one to enjoy it. I think it would be a good game for her. So I want her to give it a shot, and hopefully she could come back on next week and talk about Operencia.
All right.
We'll see how that goes.
Right. I hope she plays it. I'm going to guess she's just going to keep playing Animal Crossing.
Oh, I think so too. But I feel like you can only play Animal Crossing for so long, and then maybe
That's not
I don't know about that.
That's
not what I hear.
Yeah. I can't play that Animal. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying Animal Crossing a lot, but after like an hour at most, I'm good.
You're a different age.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
I have to rip that away from Emmeline.
Yeah, well, your daughter's like 6 months old, and my daughter's 37. So there's a difference.
Don't think either of those are correct.
I'm pretty sure they're both right.
All right, what else we got here?
I've been playing a game with Dashel.
Which one?
I got a code for Gigantosaurus, the game.
Is that based on a book or something?
It's based on a book, but it's really based around the Disney Junior show.
Let me tell you something. When we got that email, because I got the email too, and I saw it said, Gigantosaurus, the game based on the Disney Junior show, it actually made me a little sad because I had no idea what Gigantosaurus on Disney Junior was, and it made me realize that my children are getting too old. And that kind of bummed me out.
Why? Because you really wanted to see what this Gigantosaurus was?
No, because I'm like, it's weird to be at that stage where I'm out of touch, where I had never heard of Gigantosaurus before until that email came through. And it's weird to be out of touch on a genre that at one point in my life was consuming.
Right.
Sure.
So that was my point. But how's the game?
Yeah, if you think about imagine like Land Before Time, basically, it's like a bunch of juvenile dinosaurs out on adventures with bigger dinosaurs around them.
The toys are cute.
The game, yeah, it's cute. The game it's an open 3D platformer, which I was not expecting. Like typically I would have thought it was going to be a 2D style platformer, but it is a 4-player open area 3D platformer, which I don't know that I've ever played that particular thing before, which is a strange thing. Like, have you ever seen a 4-player, basically if you think of like a Super Mario type of open world Super Mario game, like Super Mario 64, that with 4 players?
That would be weird. What happens when everyone splits off? Is it split screen it?
That's where it gets ugly. Because then the kids start yelling at each other because
I can't see anything. It's too small.
Exactly.
It's too small.
Exactly. So they're all the characters, which the game is fun and well done for what it is. But I don't know that the 4-player co-op is going to work in this household, because Emmeline's to the age where she understands fully how controllers work and how where she wants to go, and Dashel's 3, and amazingly enough, he can get the character where it needs to go and understand that portion for the most part. But the characters, they're kind of rubber banded together at some point. You can't get off the screen from each other. So it's just a constant shouting match between both of them as they Emmeline tries to get Dashel to go in a direction.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad idea.
It's ambitious. I will give them that, as far as yeah, let's do some co-op in this game. But not having it like central to like one character and kind of like leading with the others, which is typically how these like kids games go. Like it's like, yeah, we have co-op, but like this controller is really the one that's doing the majority of the stuff. Or it's a Lego type thing where the screen splits.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody play this totally reliable delivery service? You did. Because it looks like it could be cool.
It's free on Epic Game Store.
It's on Game Pass.
Oh, it is?
It's free on Xbox as well.
Yeah.
I played it on the Epic Game Store. It is... That one is, if you think about something like Goat Simulator,
Right.
with you use the triggers to grab onto things.
Like gang beasts, too.
Yeah,
Yes.
like gang beasts.
And the headline from Destructoid, totally reliable delivery service is like Goat Simulator and Human Fall Flat.
Okay, yeah. You're a delivery man, and there's these delivery... I don't know, vending machines. Basically, you go up and that's where you get your missions from. And a box pops out, and then you awkwardly pick it up by holding down the triggers to grab with each hand. And then you pick it up with the shoulder buttons for each hand.
It sounds awful. Uh-huh.
It sounds funny. It's funny, though, right?
It's funny because... like,
couch co-op, right?
It's got couch co-op. I haven't tried the co-op at all, but... or does it have couch co-op? It has online co-op.
I don't know. The
if that's couch or
Xbox
not.
page said local co-op.
Okay. But it's simple enough to like pick up a box, and like some of them you just do by foot, and that's easy enough. But then there's all kinds of vehicles in the game, and just lifting, like, they're not all boxes, like they're barrels or things that are like want to move around because the game is very like physics ragdoll based.
I get it. Yep. I've played Gang Beasts.
Yeah. So getting into a helicopter,
Fall Flat, I've played that.
Yeah. If you get into a helicopter, like you force your package into this helicopter, and you get into situations like I've found the best way to use the helicopter is to hold on to my package with one arm and try to steer the helicopter with the other. But then you quickly forget, like that's all the humor in it, is you forget what the controls do and your brain breaks. So you get up high and you're like, oh, I need to lower my helicopter down because I need to either try to land it, or there's some like where you have to like jump out of the helicopter because the helicopter is too big for where you're delivering the package, like say on top of like a tower. And so you'd have to jump out with the package and hold on to the package and land on top of the tower. But usually I just forget that I'm not supposed to let go of the trigger to lower the helicopter, and then I eject myself from the helicopter with the package, and
right,
it ends poorly.
Yeah, it looks like it would be pretty fun with multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to check that out for sure. With the whole fam, hopefully.
Yep.
What else we got? New releases.
I know, Cheapy, you were a Panzer Dragoon fan, right?
That
sounds like you're a fan.
I think that was code for I love that game.
I liked it. I liked it when they made it into res.
Okay. All right.
That I liked.
Okay. The remake of that came out on Switch.
Nice. A lot of remakes I see this week.
There are.
Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy.
Ty the Tasmanian Tiger HD.
What was the other one? I was just looking at.
You were a big Ty the Tasmanian Tiger fan, right?
Oh, damn straight. Ikari Warriors 3 is on Arcade Archives on the Switch. I like that.
I believe that was the one where they went on the rescue.
I don't know. I don't really like the third one. Per se. I just like the Ikari Warriors concept.
What's your favorite Ikari Warriors?
Probably the first one. I think, lightning doesn't strike twice.
Right. They really were reaching for the plot of the second one.
Yeah. They already got all my quarters with the first one, so it's fine. What else they got here this week? Anything?
I don't know. There's not a lot of new stuff other than the stuff we've already talked about, right? It's all It's all re-releases.
I'd say I'm most excited for this totally reliable delivery service. I think that's going to be fun.